Well, hello there, everyone. And today is Wednesday, April the 20th, 2022. I don't know if you can remember what this day is, but last year on this date, I announced something. I'm not going to repeat myself. Let's see if anyone can guess. Anyway, remember, I'm not an economy guy, economist. I'm not a financial advisor, not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. But if you haven't watched it yet, watch yesterday's video with an attorney. How often do you get a free talk from an attorney? If you have any real estate holdings at all, consider what Megan talked about yesterday. To me, that's the best way to do it. But that's my humble opinion. Okay, yes, Mazske has a job. Mazke's going to talk a little bit about Japan. Mazke's going to hit on inflation. And stick around towards the end, I'll talk about my job. Okay, because this video shouldn't be too long. All right, Japan. I did read something from an economy dude earlier this morning, and it was before I went out and ran some errands, so details are rusty. But in that email, Japan was brought up, and it was said something like, no one's looking at Japan. Because the world's distracted right now, where COVID is still around, it's still, it's made the news, the airlines, I guess. A judge ruled it's whatever it was, the mandate has to be lifted on airlines, so no mask on airlines. It can't be required. You can still wear a mask, but it can't be required, I guess. It's so much controversy about this stuff. But anyway, and I'm on sidetrack here just a little bit. I read something the other day. I read an article as a doctor. I'm friends with a doctor. And he posted an article on his Facebook page, and I forget where it came from, but he said, he's a highly respected doctor in the Shenandoah Valley. And he said, from his knowledge, the article is factual and true. And basically what it said was the entire world's population, only something like 19% of the population is vaccinated. And I may have my facts wrong because I read this article 2-3 days ago, so I may have some facts wrong, so don't hold me to anything. But approximately 19% of the world's population is vaccinated. The United States population is approximately 60% is vaccinated, okay? And other countries are higher. A lot of industrialized countries, if that's the right word, countries that are, say, comparable at our level, most of them are slightly higher than we are for vaccinated because we're Americans. Americans don't like people telling us what to do, which I don't get. They tell you to wear a seatbelt, you wear a seatbelt. They tell you it's mandatory to go to school. Parents put their kids in school. They tell you it's mandatory, or they tell you you can't get drunk and drive, and the majority of us don't get drunk and drive a car. So this whole thing, they can't tell us what to do. Shh, here's a secret. Everyone is told what to do exactly. We are modeled after what they, whoever they is, want us to do. Okay? None of us are completely independent and free. None of us. So you out there that are woke, you out there that were part of that thing in Seattle, you out there that are thinking whatever, you've been bamboozled big time. You that follow this candidate for presidency or this president for candidacy, you've been bamboozled big time. We are all sheep, okay? I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm just being funny too, but I'm being factual, okay? Sorry about that. So we all need to learn how to think for ourselves. We all need to be responsible for our financial future ourselves. We can't depend on anyone, especially the government. All right, Social Security, they got to do something with it. They're either going to cut benefits, delay the retirement age to get it. And even when you do get it, if you're my age or younger, you'll get it probably, but it's not going to be what our grandparents got or what our parents got. It's just not, okay? So figure the game of life out. All right, pay attention to your finances. All right, moving on with Japan. The yen is it's doing something. Don't ask me to quote what it is, but it's doing something. Whenever it does what it's doing, it's correlating like the yield on some treasury that the United States has. And whenever this happens, it's just another sign that something's going on with the economy and that it may lead to a recession. What is a recession? The definition of a recession is 2 quarters of consecutive negative growth, GDP growth. All right, usually a recession means some folks will get laid off from their jobs. Some small businesses will go out of business. But sometimes the economy needs a recession to sort of reset itself and move on back up. Okay, remember, I'm going to talk about a job I took, all right, because Mazske's lean, so he's going to talk about his job, so stick around. I'll tell you about my job. All right, so moving on, inflation. Here's just one point on inflation. We all know things cost more. We all know if we go to the supermarket, it's like, shoot, it used to cost me $100, now it's $150. Okay, and I got the same thing, or I bought less, or I bought stuff, what's going on? That's inflation, prices are going up. Here's just one example. I have a swimming pool. I buy various chemicals, all right? So, and I keep all my receipts. I need to do a video one day about the cost of a swimming pool from my perspective of what I have, okay? But anyway, one thing that I buy is alkalinity. I'll buy 10-pound bags of alkalinity. All right, back last summer, I just randomly went through some receipts and found one where I don't buy it that frequently, but I bought a bag last summer, 10 pounds. It wasn't on sale or anything, and it was like $16.99. I just bought one the other day when I went to the pool store because I needed some alkalinity, and it was $26.99. So in not even a year, it was 8 months maybe, 9 months, it went up $10. When it only costs $16.99 and it goes up $10, that's a pretty healthy jump, don't you think? So inflation is hitting everything. All right. I know with my pension, I think I'm going to get a raise this year. My pension is two parts. One part is going to get a raise of maybe 3.65%. Inflation's like 8%, 10%. Yeah. If you're living on a pension, if you're planning to live on your police pension or your fire pension or any pension at all, guess what? The older you get, the farther behind you're going to fall. So when you hear about old people saying, money's tighter, because it is. Pensions don't keep up with inflation almost never. All right, same with Social Security. It doesn't keep up, it drops. All right, so moving on, because I want to keep this under 10 minutes. A job. Mazske took a job. The job, I did it for the first time, 2-3 weeks ago. And I did it for the first time a couple days ago. And this job it's a job in quotes, all right? I do get a perk. I do get a little bit of pay for doing something. That's a job, correct? All right, I got this idea from this job from a guy who is a multi-millionaire, Todd Baldwin. Todd Baldwin appears on Michael Zuber's channel. He said this, he talked about it one time, either on Zuber's channel. I think he brought it up on Zuber's channel. I think that's where I heard about it. He has his own YouTube channel, but I'm pretty sure it was on Zuber's channel. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am what's called in quotes, a secret shopper. All right, do you know what a secret shopper is? All right, I'll give you an example of two things I've done. The first thing I did, because I had to get tested, I guess, and do something kind of easy and make sure I did everything correctly, because it's not as easy as what you're thinking. I had to go to a local, kind of like a pizza place, Sbarro, S-B-A-R-R-O, Sbarro, I guess that's how you say it. It's about an hour drive north of where I live at. And found it, it's in a mall. It was in an area I hadn't been to, so it was nice to drive there. And the missus went with me. So we went in the mall, we walked around, we went past that place. I knew I had to take some pictures, so I took some pictures. And she went and got her lunch at another place on the food court. And I was required to get a 2-slice combo from Sbarro. So I got 2 slices, I got a drink, and something came with it. Nah, just 2 slices and a drink. Okay, but the meal cost $10.25. And I got paid a paycheck. I got expenses covered, and I will make $15 extra. So I'll get reimbursed like $25.12, okay? I haven't gotten that yet. They pay through PayPal, and they said it can take up to 45 days because if I understand this right, the clients, like Sbarro management, is contacting this company to hire secret shoppers. So Sbarro is paying, I think, this company. And then a little bit trickles down to us because I may have gone into one Sbarro, but another 50 people around the country or wherever they're at may have gone into other Sbarros, okay? All right, so anyway, that was that. That wasn't too bad. Got to go to a new area. It probably cost me in gas the $15 profit, but maybe not quite that much. So I made a couple dollars, and I think I bought a pair of shoes in the mall. My wife got something in the mall. So it was new area too. We got to see a new area. So just the other night, it was one I was looking forward to doing. I don't think I mentioned it. We went an hour to the south. All right. We went to a new dinner and a movie theater experience, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I had guidelines to follow of things, amount of money to spend. I had to buy 2 adult tickets to see a movie. We saw the movie The Lost City. First time in a movie theater. A long time. Years. The last time I saw a movie, I think was with one of my sons. It's probably been 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know. So, Lost City, Sandra Bullock, and somebody else, some guy, main characters. It was a decent movie, you know. Something to pass time, enjoyable, a little comical, a little action. So it wasn't bad. But here's the kicker. We're required to spend X number of dollars to get dinner. We're required to get a drink like any kind of drink inside the theater. You get seats in the theater with you have trays, fold out trays. They fold back. Big, spacious, lots of space. And so we got 2 meals. I got a Caesar salad with chicken. The missus got a chicken bowl. It was pricey. It was expensive. She got a soda to drink. And I was required to go to the bar. They have a bar in the movie theater. So they have a bar. They have food. And they have other stuff besides the chicken stuff. They have seafood. It's a menu. It's a little pricey though. And I was required to go to the bar. And I have to interact with employees. They tell me kind of what to do. I have to take various pictures. Basically the meals we get to eat. So I pay for them. I use a credit card that gave me points, so I'll get that. I got that, but I'll get reimbursed X number of dollars for two adult tickets, X number of dollars for the food, X number of dollars for the bar trip. Okay, so altogether it was like probably, I don't know, close to $100. Okay, probably close to $100 that I spent, and I'll get reimbursed. The food part, I think we went over just a couple dollars, so I'll probably get reimbursed the majority of it. Maybe I'll get like $90 back. So, but it was a cool experience. I've never been to a movie theater. I've been to live shows like the theater where dinner and a show, but this is the first time going to a movie theater where the seats were big. There were reclining seats where like a recliner, your feet could come up, little buttons to push. The fold-out tray so you could have your meal. If someone likes to drink alcoholic beverages, it's a bar. But you can eat your meal, finish up, they wait on you, and you can lean back and watch the show. All right. So afterwards, I had to talk to the manager, so I spoke with the manager too. He gave me backgrounds on this theater. He said there's 38 in the country. He said there's another one over in Miami. There's one in Chicago, and they're spread out. I think they're based, out of Mexico. It was called something like Cine, C-I-N-E Bistro. Cine Bistro. It was not very many people there the night I went. The price of the movie tickets was like for 2 people, it was like $14. So we went on a Monday night. So maybe prices are cheaper, I don't know. But for 2 tickets to a movie theater, you don't have to eat there. But just to go to a movie theater, if you want to be comfortable, and I had to ask them about how do they sanitize, and they told me they sanitize everything. They use fogging machines in between each show. They wipe seats down, they wipe trays down, so they say. I didn't see them doing it. But I wasn't there to watch, to see them do it. I'm not saying they didn't do it. I believe they did it because they looked very clean to me. And I did see them cleaning bathrooms, cleaning different things. I enjoyed it. And the manager told me I told him my first time, he said if I became a regular customer, and I came with family or friends and we had a certain request, maybe a certain drink at the bar, and I don't drink per se, but they could accommodate it, or we can't pick our food for the menu or the movie to see, but mainly it was a bar thing. So, because I guarantee you they make a lot of money on drinks at the bar. So it's a huge write-up. So anyway, and on the food, the food was a little pricey to me, but it was good. It was good. My wife said the same thing. It was just really tasty. So the beauty of this, to be a job, is I've gone 2 places I wouldn't have gone to otherwise. One in particular was really enjoyable. It was a night out. It was like a date out, it was a night out. And I'll get reimbursed but when I came back home, I had to do my report. And it was extensive. I had to upload pictures. I had to write things down, answer questions, and it took me probably an hour and a half of doing stuff. And I have old technology here, and I was having issues, big issues. I need a new computer so bad. I did order a new phone the other day, so hopefully that one will record my video as well, because this phone is dying on me. My computer is it's a Google Chromebook that cost me probably $200 5, 6, 7 years ago, and it's suffering. It's on its last legs. So, but anyway, I digress. Maybe I need to get a job that gives me a real paycheck and help me buy a new computer. So anyway, all right, so this is getting longer than I want it to be. So if you watched the entire thing, thank you. Please subscribe. Please click the thumbs up. Please comment. And share the video. All that helps the YouTube algorithm, because normally I don't talk about my jobs. I talk about something more about investing, and that's the majority of my videos are about investing. And I have some great interviews that have happened, and there will be more great guests appearing in the future. So y'all take care, stay safe, keep loving life, and Mazske is signing out.